Well, good morning guys, it's the 25th of May, just before 7 AM. Full sun, blue sky, and I mentioned yesterday I was going to spray the peppers with Epsom salts because they looked as though they were a little bit short of magnesium. So I've got a 1 litre sprayer here, and it's 7.5 grams, or about a heaped teaspoon of Epsom salts dissolved into a litre of water. So let's get them sprayed. So I'm going to do the tomatoes as well, because they'll appreciate it. And there's just enough left for me to do this row of first early potatoes. They'll appreciate it too. Time to thin the carrots. So I'm just using these tiny little, I got them free with some gardening thing or other somebody bought me, but they make an ideal little tool. They're only tiny, just to thin these carrots. They're just 2 to a station, so I'll just leave the strongest one, or the one that's best situated, and then I'll have to come back and thin them again where the other holes were that. Sorry, I'm gargling here. I resowed some seed, and they were just starting to come through. Don't know if it'll show up on that. No. Anyway, they are coming through, so I'll have to come back and thin those out in a few weeks' time. So I'll get on now and finish this bed, and then on to the next job. And so now it's time for these zucchini to be planted out. Yeah, ready to go out. Actually, I'm going to give them a water, a little bit dry, and then I'll plant them out after they've had a bit of a watering. Leave them to soak in for a minute too, I'll come back and plant them. And now it's time for the last of the dwarf French beans. I've got 2 of these patio butternut squash to go in this bed here, and that's that bed fully planted up. There we are. And just sort of put the manure back round as a kind of mulch to lock in some of that moisture. As I say, they're a small patio squash, so hopefully we'll just fill up that space quite nicely. So I was also talking about this bed of multi-sown. We've got multi-sown beetroot, and then from about there it's multi-sown spinach, but I've got another tray of beets to go in, so I was on about having to sacrifice a couple of rows. So what I'm probably going to do is excuse me, harvest just over 2 rows, 2.5 or something, and then pull the plants out, and then we can get some more of the beets in. So that's a good bag full of spinach there. That's about, I don't know, probably 6, possibly 7 of those now from that half a bed. So anyway, I'm going to pull those out. There's very few weeds in, just clean it up and then we'll get the beets in. So I've got about a dozen plants. When I say plants, they're like a multi-sown plug, if you will. So there's about half a tray left there. So probably thinking that if I can get away with leaving those for another couple of weeks, I can continue harvesting these and then probably take those out, because I've got a whole bunch of spinach coming on in the bed behind that row of peas there, and there's even a couple of plants here. So, and there's a ton of Swiss chard as well, so I've got no worries in that sense. So now I'm going to turn my attention to lifting some of these little elephant garlic bulbils out, and I can make room for some a row and 3/4 of spinach in there. So we'll get on and do that. Okay, so you can see what I've done there. I've got like a good row and a half of spinach, and I'll just show you where I've put the others. So in the bed next door, I've squeezed a row in down there beside the peas. So see how they get on. I'm just going to turn around now, and then between the fruit trees, if you can make that out, but there's some there. So that's what I've done, I've squeezed them in amongst the fruit trees there. So they're all planted out now. So just a quick look at these elephant garlic, the little bulbils. I planted, let's have a look at them. It's interesting, this one, because here, that brown bit there, that was the original bulbil offset. I don't know what you want to call them, whatever you want to call it. It's probably about as big as that nail there. And you can see what it's grown to. As I say, I've lifted them a bit early, but I think they were close to finishing growing. They were just sort of maturing, if you like. But even this, you can see it's got the little corms on it as well. So in theory, you should be able to plant those. And even the smallest ones, they'll grow again. So you know, yeah, you can see how it works. So these are going to be, I'll put these somewhere dry, under cover somewhere, preferably shady. Just let them dry out, and then about mid to late October I'll plant them again, so that this one, for example, after another season will be a round, as we call it, twice as big as that, possibly 3 times as big as that, and then the following year it should make a full-size mature elephant garlic. That's the plan. Yeah, I forgot to mention I got the last of my multi-sown stirring onions in these 2 troughs. So that's it for this update, guys. Don't forget, thumbs up, thumbs down, hit the like button. Please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.